So everybody, our project today is about the Oreo. First introduced in March of 1912, Oreo is the best-selling cookie brand in the United States. As a result of its popularity and the popularity of Photoshop, there's a lot of people out there making um, fake Oreo package, which with weird, unusual flavors of Oreo. Here's ramen flavor. Here's one I wouldn't say no to: Krispy Kreme donut flavor, spam flavored Oreo. You can add in another brand and have here you go good humor, strawberry shortcake, and almost all these are completely fake. Especially, and thank goodness, cheeseburger flavored Oreos made with ground beef. Um, but that being said, there's some interesting things about the Oreo package, and we'll look at some in a minute here. But here's the standard uh, Oreo package. This is the soft package, and the cookies come in the tray. And you'll notice a few interesting and important things about it. The big blue and white Oreo logo, their slogan, "Milk's favorite cookie." The big, hard to deny Oreo cookie with the you know large amount of detail and the deep crevices showing off all of the ridges in that cookie and a big splash of milk in the background. Now the other way the cookies are sold in the other package you might see is this one where the cookies are in sleeves. It's a similar blue, very memorable shade of blue, and same idea, the splash of milk in the cookie there. Very easy to recognize. We all know the Oreos. However, they do have some official alternate flavors. This is one, if you like carrot cake, you would like the Oreo cookie carrot cake flavor. Um, and the image here, you can see that they've added this big piece of uh, carrot cake with frosting, the standard orange frosted carrot shaped thing at the top. It's a thing of beauty. Here's one of my personal favorites, the cinnamon bun Oreo. It used to be cinnamon or Cinnabon branded, but they took that away. But it's the same flavor. It's really awesome. It's a great alternate to the real Oreo. Here's one, chocolate peanut butter pie Oreo. I could just look at these all day. If you could see some of the description there, and the packaging is very similar to the original, but also a little bit unique. And last one here is this red velvet flavor Oreo. A lot of fun to be had here with Oreos. And on our classroom page, you will notice I have given you a little Oreo toolkit with a nice version of the logo. This is a blank of the Oreo soft packaging, and this is a blank of the Oreo box packaging. And there are two Oreos right there for you to use, and we'll get into those in a few minutes. What we're going to do here is decide which packaging do we want to use, and I'm going to use the blue bag. So I have made this specially for you to use. You're going to be kind of stuck with the blue. You can see there's versions where it's not blue, but hey, it'll be good. So click on the three dots, open in a new window, and download it to your device. This puts the file on your machine. As you go back to the classroom page, grab yourself a copy of the logo. Once again, click the three dots, open in a new window, download. Okay, and finally, we're going to want the cookies. So the cookies, if you will note, the logo and the cookies are on a checkerboard background, so they are free to use without having to erase anything. So now that we have all of our parts downloaded, we can go over here to the Pixlr homepage, go to Open Image, and you can build your new cookie package right out of the original size blank Oreo bag or the blank box. So the next thing you're going to have to decide is what flavor do I want to make? And I really want you to be original with this. I don't want you to create one of the fake ones that already exists. I want you to use your imagination and think, what could I come up with that would be cool? So I have thought about it, and I'm going to do chocolate covered strawberry Oreos. Now, if you Google something like chocolate covered strawberry, you're going to get a million beautiful images. If you like any of this, if you like to eat any of these are great searches to do. So right here, I have a double set of strawberries, a pair of them chosen, but I'm going to go and just search a little bit more and see. This one is nice. I do like the one with the little icing on the edge, the white icing. I do like that. It would be nice also to find it on a white background so it's easy to edit. So I'm going to compromise and just go with what I have. I may not find exactly what I'm looking for in the world of Google image searches. Now, I could ignore everything else and just go with this. I think that's a that's a fine looking chocolate covered strawberry there. Oh, it's a piece of clip art, so it's for sale, so it has a watermark. So note to yourselves, don't use watermarked imagery in your project. Because number one, it is owned by somebody who is trying to make money from the sale of it. We support artists. But instead, we're going to go back and find uh, another version of the chocolate covered strawberry. So just like we've done in the past, we're going to two finger tap or right click and choose save image as. And it's a pretty long name, so I'm going to call it strawberry. Strawberries. And we're going to save that. Now, when we go back to Pixlr, I'm going to do layer, add image as layer, and we're going to open up those strawberries just like that. Now, if you have your wits about you and you remember, the way to handle the white background on an image like this is the magic wand. So we're going to select the wand tool, click on the white area and only the white area, and then hit backspace on our keyboard or delete. And then we're going to deselect with our selection tool. And we're going to zoom in here and knock out a little bit more of that white area. So with this action here of adding the chocolate covered strawberries to our project, we have committed to using these as the main subject of our new Oreo cookie flavor. I'm just going to take out as much of that white as I can, and later I can re-edit and do some more work to it. So now we need the other elements, and this is where our toolkit comes in. We're going to add image as layer, go to our folder of pictures, and open up the Oreo photos. And there they are. Let's shrink them down. We want to manage the size because in my other, in another version of this project, the strawberries are much bigger than the Oreos. So I may have to strike a balance so everything kind of fits together here. Let's take those cookies and just see if they'll fit any nicer. Maybe if we put them to the edge and then the berries will move up a tiny bit. And we do have and need space for text on here as well. Because now that's our next thing. We're going to do, again, layer, add image as layer, and grab the Oreo logo and open that up. Maybe the logo could be the dividing line between the cookies and the berries. And that is, once again, everybody, the miracle and the fun of Photoshop is the ability to change, take imagery like this and make it our own. I think the cookies might look kind of nice in front of the logo. So now our prime directive here would be to get a nice label going for these. I think the chocolate covered strawberries are understood from the background there. Maybe we could rotate it. Ah, that's nice. See, just a little tweak and it kind of works even better. And the last step we need is some text. So we want to add the name. And these, we're not going to be shy about this full name. We want chocolate covered strawberry Oreo, just like that. Now we don't want blue letters. We want a strawberry red. I think that's good. Like so. We want an outline of white. And we're going to stretch that white to make it nice and thick around the edges. And we're going to just take a quick look at our font and see if there's any other lettering that we might want. I like a little bit more of a rounded font. I don't want it to look like a horror movie title, you know? And the final step for me is rotating and maybe even a little warping. What else could we do to this? Well, you'll notice there's on every one of the other packages, there is a nice kind of light blue sort of painted background there. And let's see if we can affect something like that. We're not going to paint directly on the box. We're going to do a new layer. We're going to drag it beneath all the others. And then we're going to take a brush with a light blue twinge to it. Maybe we'll color pick right from here. Then click OK. Get to our brush tool. Make our opacity lower. And check the softness of this brush. Make it large and soft and a low opacity. So now when we paint with it, we're getting that nice softness. And it's all going behind our whole logo. I'm going to try this one more time. I would like the color to be a much more faded and use a brush that is much bigger. See, and that's a little bit more like it. When you look at first, you shouldn't even notice this, but when you examine further, you'll see that that's a pretty obvious airbrush effect on the background there. So this is my chocolate covered strawberry Oreo package. I want you to think about what else you could do to this. to enhance it. So I'm going to open up a previous version of this same idea and click through the layers so you can see a little bit more. As you can see, I did get that giant strawberry I was looking for. What else did I do? Well, the chocolate on the berry has a white icing on it, and I did that to the cookies as well. And I also painted the inside of the cookie pink strawberry color because I expected that would be where the strawberry would come in here. So let's just click through the layers and reveal. There's the lettering for the name. There's the Oreo logo itself. There's the frosting on the cookies. There's the actual cookies. Here's, oh, this is an extra cookie made but not used to go with a different version of the logo. Here's the berry. And let's take away the words so you can see the blue swirl that I did on the solid blue package. You can see it wasn't even that it's not even that thorough. It just fills in where the strawberry is. And that again, it's its own layer. So this is the key to this project is a good idea that you follow through with 100%. And if you'd like during class to check with me and say, hey, mister, before I spend a lot of time on this, is this worthwhile going forward with? And I'll give you my honest opinion, and we'll get you going. I love this package, this version of the package, quite a lot because it's very pure. It's just the image of the cookie itself. So the last little thing that I'd like to accomplish here would be to get the cookie to be that strawberry flavor. So I'm gonna polygonal lasso the white area and isolate it. Now, why don't I just go in there with the brush tool all by itself and just knock this out? Well, it's because I'm sloppy, and this prevents me from being sloppy. So now we take our brush tool. Now, is that deep and rich enough for our strawberry flavor? Maybe not. Hit it with one more little swoop. Maybe that's too much. Let's try it again. And there you go. That's a little bit better, and that's more of what I wanted it to finally look like. So let's deselect. Let's shrink this brush way down again. So again, the important part here is coming up with a good idea and following through, finding some good imagery, and using your Oreo toolkit to finish it up in a nice way. I'm going to do a file, save. I'm going to save a copy as a PXD. That gets us back to something we can edit again. I'm going to save a copy as a JPEG to turn in. Next, we're going to go to the classroom page, click Add or Create, select File, then browse so that we can find our file on our device. And I'm going to select my file and click Open. And then you can see it connecting. Here it is. And click Turn In. And you're all done. So I wish you luck with this. I'll be checking in with you. Please ask questions when you have them, and have a great day.